Heartbreaking news. I'm sure you've seen it all over Twitter and social media. Prince has died at 57 years old, and it has been confirmed. He died at his Paisley Park compound in Minnesota. Wow, it's really hard to even say that statement without wondering, is this a hoax? And hoping that it's a hoax. It's not a hoax. And we were, before we started Pop Trigger, we were reminiscing. Brett and I have attended his concerts before. Mm-hmm. Incredible. Insane. Incredible concerts, and we can talk about how he's impacted our lives. Clearly, everybody on social media is reacting. We don't know very many details. We do know that in early April, Prince had told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution that he wasn't feeling well because one of his concerts was canceled. And his people had also told a number of different media outlets that he was suffering from the flu. In fact, one of the concerts he did attend, but his plane had an emergency landing in Illinois. And after that, he did attend the concert. And again, he did assure his fans that he is okay. This was on April 15th. Now, April 20th, April 21st, we are learning that Prince has died. I cried this morning, and it surprised me because this is the first. I have no soul, but it was sad. This is the first thing. But you see what I mean, though? This is the first emotional. Of course, I was heartbroken when Bowie died, and we've had a lot of singers this year that have passed away, musicians. But with Prince, for me, I was shocked like how it impacted me. And of course, well, I loved his album growing up, listened to it on repeat, and I was like only in 6th, 7th, or 8th grade. It was my sister's album, and I took the album from her and then lived vicariously, almost like I was like a teenager like her. She was 16 at the time. She would blare his album in her car, and so I would blare it in my room, like just feeling so cool and empowered by him. And then when I went to his concert, a number of his concerts, but his most recent concert here in Los Angeles, the same one you went to, wow, you just are blown away by his talent and him being, for me, a vegan. Like I just think he's a beautiful person.
Yeah, things you should know about Prince. Just awesome. Just like great things come in small packages. He's just this little guy.
He is.
From Minnesota. And your homework, I guess, if you don't really know much about Prince, is you should go get Purple Rain. You should just, probably go find some music by him, but then also look at live performances.
Yes.
Because a lot of people know Prince is the person who did Kiss. I Just Want Your Extra Time and Your Kiss. But in terms of live performances, which we went and saw, he did a whole month-long residence at the Forum, and you could just buy tickets for like $25 and go. And every night it was a different, random but amazing guest performer, from Mary J. Blige to Whitney Houston,
to Shaka Khan.
And just the sheer ability on the guitar for someone who, like, you don't know him for playing guitar. But that other people, like, there's these people out there who are great musicians who for things that are just one of the many things that they're amazing at. And I just remember like a 20-minute long song he played in his concert that was just 2 chords.
Chills.
But he just nailing it. And all that stuff, he did the portion of his life where he caught a little flack for being just a symbol, changing to a symbol.
The artist formerly known
Do you, boo, though? Do you?
He in Minnesota would just like be around town. He died in the place he's from.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot, and you were talking a little bit about his philanthropic efforts. And
he never talked about it. It's only if like you really were connected to those charities, because those charities would want to talk about it, right? So that's how you would learn about his philanthropic efforts, through the charities. He never talked about it. And he's just such an emotional person, too. You would see it on stage. When certain performances, he would connect with the audience, and you could just feel his empathy and his emotion, and it was just contagious. And we lost an incredible performer in person today. Grace?
Well, I will say that I'm not as familiar with Prince as it seems like you guys are, in the sense that I just didn't listen to a lot of Prince growing up, but my brother has always been a huge fan of Prince. And I know he's taking this really hard today. And my memories of Prince are just through my brother, listening to Prince, and just seeing what an amazing mood this would put him in. So I guess I'm going to kind of take your advice, Brett, and I want to learn more about Prince's music, and I think a lot of people will be feeling the same way today. I do know that I have seen him perform on TV before, and just a consummate entertainer. You know, you really immediately get that impression. So I'm excited. in a bittersweet way, that posthumously I can get to know more about Prince and his music and also his philanthropy. But it kind of sucks because I wish I'd probably taken that initiative sooner, because it seems like that you guys went to some awesome concerts. I wish I'd been more on the ball about that.
It's so weird. My mom just brought that up to me. My mom and I were talking. I was just home in Santa Cruz over the weekend, and my mom and I were saying what concerts we want to go to this year, and she was like, "I want to go see Prince. I haven't yet to see Prince." And I haven't talked to her yet today.
But like, to put it in perspective, like, I don't go to a lot of live shows at all. But when Prince sat down at the Forum for a month, everybody in Los Angeles, that's 20 million people, like, they all called me and were like, "Are you going to go see Prince?" When? It was not if, it was when are you going to go see Prince? Because it just kind of came out of nowhere. And that's the kind of talent that he is, that it will always be, is one of those people who, like, no matter what kind of music you like, he's historically significant, and not in the way where it's like, you're not going to like this, but you need to know about it. Yeah. Like, you're going to like this.
It bleeds
everything
genres.
From the slow, contained, soulful, the guitar gently weep solos, to the fast-paced, like breakneck bouncing around on stage and covering a lot of room and filling the Great Western Forum with just this energy that everybody was on their feet. And that concert was like 3 hours long. And it wasn't like he's like, "I'm doing it every day. I'm gonna come out for 45 minutes.
And you brought up his ticket price too. He could have jacked up those tickets, but he kept it on like at a cap. So many people could enjoy him. And he stayed there for a month-long residency, again, so many people could enjoy him. He's just amazing.
If you're a cold-hearted soul and you need comedy to get you through this, like, he was next in line for the throne. So, like, he was the prince, who's the new, who's now next in line for the throne. It's a little, I wasn't sure how that would go over.
You can't.
Went over well earlier, before we were shooting.
I can't imagine any, because Prince, you could say somebody has maybe similar, I was going to compare maybe musical influences, but then you look at his style, and then you do look at how he bleeds into different genres. There's nobody that could take his place.
It was great. He was great, you know?
Yeah.
And also, comedically, I remember him on New Girl. He had a cameo on New Girl, and he did a couple, like...
What was it like?
So funny. And
I
he
love
played
that.
himself.
Do you have a favorite Prince song?
A favorite Prince song? This is really cliche, and maybe it'll change as I kind of go through my own Prince discovery, but I remember very distinctly my brother dancing around his room to Kiss on repeat in high school.
You have a nostalgic pull to that.
Yeah, and just me telling my brother, like, "Please do not do that with your mouth. Like, just do not, I don't want to imagine you kissing anything else."
Brett?
Purple Rain is just one that you're just like,
oh my gosh. Yeah,
you know?
I know.
But like, everything.
I know.
Like Raspberry Beret.
Oh, Cream.
Like the lyrics
Cream,
in
I'm
that
all
song.
about Cream. All right, we love you, Prince, and may you rest in peace. And please, you guys, share your thoughts if you've been to any Prince concerts, or if you have anything that you want to say in regard to Prince, please share it in the comment section below, and we'll see you guys next time on Pop Sugar.